This is called Firestarter by Stephen King. Chapter 1, New York, Albany.
Daddy, I'm tired.
The little girl in the red pants and the green blouse said fretfully, "Can we stop?" "Not yet, honey." He was a big, broad-shouldered man in a worn and scuffed corduroy jacket and Sorry, Freddie. Plain brown twill slacks. He and the little girl
I'm coming.
were
I'm coming, Kelly.
Does that sound like Neil? I think it's Neil. Neil!
Oh,
Oh my gosh, welcome back.
I'm sorry.
You were-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What the heck happened to you?
Remember I was in LA all week,
right.
and so I just got back.
You were in Hollywood.
I was in
La La
Hollywood.
Land.
I apologize for my my bad timing and being late, so forgive me.
That's okay. We were having
Caleb,
story
I'm sorry.
time.
I'm sorry,
It's all right.
but I'm here.
It's okay.
I'm gonna
Worth the
change.
wait, Neil. Worth the wait.
I'm gonna change into my my jacket.
There
so
you
see
go.
what happens.
All right. Ooh, that's
Into
cute.
my.
All right. Little
Oh, you didn't do
cardigan.
a sweater this time.
I didn't do a sweater. I know.
How you guys doing?
You're gonna put your house shoes on too, Mr.
Yeah.
Rogers?
It's a wonderful night for the cult show. A wonderful night for a cult show.
It is a wonderful night.
Oh, okay, I'm here.
He's here. All right.
Good times. Sorry, everyone, for being late. I apologize. Studio audience, I apologize. Wanda,
Freddie wants
we
an
even have Brent
apology.
here tonight. Freddie, I'm sorry, Freddie.
Aw.
Thank you, Freddie.
Oh, I got a kiss.
Now your husband's here watching this. I can't be overly
you can.
aggressive. This cord's in the way. How's my mic, Caleb?
It looks good.
Okay, it looks good. Man, my cable's
That's
long
all that
tonight.
matters.
It matches your sweater perfectly.
Oh, does it go away? Whew, okay.
So,
And-
okay, I want to hear about LA. 'cause
Oh,
I
well,
miss it.
first, can we welcome people back?
Oh, okay, yeah. Hi, guys.
Hey, welcome to the Cold Show.
Welcome to the Cult Show. Episode 5, episode 5.
Dang.
Yeah. All right. Woo. I actually did have an idea for a theme song, but
Did
I
you?
haven't written the lyrics yet. But it kind of sounds like what I just sang.
Okay. Awesome.
It's like, if
I
you
like that
like
a lot.
things that go bump in the night, if you like things that'll give you a fright, if you like something and something and that, it's a Cult Show! Oh, yes. And something like that.
Damn.
And there's like a bridge and like it goes on and on.
Can it go?
So,
At
at the end?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
There
Awesome.
has to be a yes, sir.
That's a new opening. We just got our opening.
Yeah.
Yes,
all
sir.
Yes, sir.
We're here on the Cold Show. Yes, sir. Dang.
Yeah.
Take me to church, guys. Take
All
me to
right.
church.
We are spirited tonight.
We got our Stephen King Bible here. Oh.
Kissing Freddy's and singing about
Oh, my
Cold
goodness.
shows. So we're back
So-
in the basement of the wonderful Roxy Cinemas in Santa Rosa. Welcome, everyone. We're obviously going to have a good time tonight.
I hope so.
Rock and roll feeling, make you feel all right.
Yes. I'm
Uh,
Kelly Hittman, the hit woman. Spooky, kooky, ooky, and grooky, fluky, chooky. All things that rhyme
Wow.
with ooky.
My name is
Yeah.
Neil. I'm Planey and Janie, I guess. And then
The
over
brainy.
there. What's that?
The brainy.
Brainy.
A little,
that's right.
a little
insaney.
insaney.
Very good. Oh, I like that. What are we doing tonight?
And who are you? What are you? What's your rhyming word today?
Just making plans to take over the world.
Ooh.
Exactly what I was saying. Oh man, yeah. So welcome the Cult Show.
Yes.
We are here to entertain apparently
Thanks
tonight.
for coming.
The rest of it's been dog shit, but tonight we are here.
Well, it's been
to
months
entertain.
since my last musical, so I'm kind of going through theater withdrawals. And you know what happens when a theater kid goes through theater withdrawals?
That's true.
It's scary.
It becomes bad.
It becomes very bad.
I can imagine.
Apologies to my husband
I know,
for the kitchen living room dance numbers that.
The shower
Come
singing
out.
that goes on in that house
Yes,
must be
yes.
insane.
The toilet singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, we have a guy like at work like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very entertaining.
Well, because the bathroom, it always has the best acoustics. It's all echoey, and you
what
sound
they
better
say,
in a
but-
bathroom. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I always do when I'm like washing myself. I always, for some reason, get into ooga chaga, ooga chaga. I don't know why. It's like perfect scrubbing. Just
I
works out
can't
perfectly.
stop this feeling.
Deep inside of me.
Here we go.
This is what we
This
do
is
here,
the Cult
guys.
Show.
Welcome.
We might talk about a movie. I don't know.
Oh, we need some alcohol that gets started apparently tonight.
No, we don't like
I know.
that.
Yeah, this is us sober.
Yes.
Yeah, with toothaches and everything. So
what?
anyway,
Toothache.
yeah, I have a really bad tooth problem where the not to bring us down, but it's okay. So
Can we pull it?
we could. It's one of my molars that apparently the gums and bones are recessing. And the roots are exposed now. And it's been that way for years, but it's like just now started hurting like last week.
That's like a horror film waiting to happen.
It's painful, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So it's getting worse. Like today's been horrible.
I'm
So,
sorry.
And the dentist won't yank it
oh
out
my
until
gosh.
next week. So I have to wait until next week.
You have to get an extraction?
Yeah, they're gonna extract it and they're gonna do a bone graft
Ooh.
in case I want to get an implant later.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Can we
Heavy
do like
stuff.
a marathon man and like poke at it?
We could.
And...
but only if it's safe. So. Yeah, so
I'm
that's
sorry.
anyway.
That's
That's
so
all right.
fun.
Some like
No, teeth
like
stuff's no
sometimes
fun.
it goes, doesn't hurt too bad, and other times all of a sudden it just kicks in, and I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah, that's
But
rough. I
whatever.
understand.
I'll deal with it.
Okay.
I mean, people in the Western times somehow figured it out, so I'm sure I'll find a way to,
The Western times. I like that.
back in the old
But
yacht.
in the Eastern times, their pearly whites were just perfect and healthy.
Yes, in the Eastern times. There you go.
But Western times, forget about it.
The 19th century. Sorry.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard
I
time.
know,
It's
it's
been
all
it's been too long.
It's been a long time.
We need
haven't
to-
seen each other in a while.
We have to get out our aggression towards each other. Our pent up aggression.
Pent up. Wow. I just scream your name into my pillow every night once as hard as I can. That works for me. I don't know what your issue is.
I just.
He takes Freddy home because it smells like you.
Oh!
You like him so much.
And he goes.
And just
"Ooga
screams
chaka."
at you.
Sorry, Freddie.
We have no aggressions towards each other.
No.
We are very happy.
Not the-
We're like Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd, or anything. There's none of that going on. We're very happy.
Yeah.
Very happy couple. Work couple.
Nice,
Work couple.
nice moonlighting reference there.
So how are you? What's going on? What have I missed? What's going on in the world of Kelly?
The holidays are over,
Yeah.
and so now it's time to just do like what I just did: decompress, let it all out, let the stress go. It's a new year,
Okay.
a new me. I visited my in-laws in Idaho.
Oh.
Got to see Boise, Meridian, Eagle. Never been to
Nice.
Idaho. First time.
How cold was it?
It was cold, but not like a deathly chill. Like
Okay.
I had a big poofy down coat, and so I was dressed appropriately. I had my snow boots. So I was dressed for the occasion. I planned for it. So it was good.
Okay,
It was good.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Do you
highlight
like
for
your
me-
in-laws? Can I ask that?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Yes, very much so. My highlight was finding this place called Freak Alley. This is a real place in downtown Boise, and there's a placard in the cement. It says Freak Alley, a little sign, and artists come there every summer and do like street art, kind of graffiti type stuff.
Okay.
Not graffiti. It's just like street murals and stuff. Yeah, but it's really cool. And there was like a green monster and some cool kind of horror looking stuff, and so it was really awesome. And as soon as I saw the sign, Freak Alley, I was like, I'm home, yeah. Because I thought as soon as I stepped into Idaho, I was gonna shrivel up and just
Right.
like
Become
burst into
potato?
Yeah, or burst into flames or whatnot. But
Right.
but yeah, it was an awesome place, especially downtown Boise. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And Freak Alley was just great.
Sounds
so.
good. I've never been to Idaho either.
Yeah.
I've been to Montana.
Okay.
I've been
never
actually
there.
every state around Idaho, but never been in Idaho.
Why not?
I don't know. There's,
No reason to.
I have. Yeah.
Well, now you have a reason. You have Freak Alley.
I have to marry a guy, I guess, who has family from Idaho. And then I'll go.
Yeah. Apparently, they send all their best potatoes elsewhere. Like the potatoes that are left there aren't the good ones.
Really?
Because like we get all the good potatoes.
Damn right we do.
Yeah.
We're California.
So yeah, it's an interesting little bit of gossip that I heard. Yeah. The
Wow.
Idaho gossip.
So-
Californians get the good potatoes.
So they're probably
You know?
like peeing and spitting and other bad things on our potatoes that we don't know about.
Who knows?
So-
That's why they get those spots on them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's where the E. coli's coming from. Idaho.
Oh, but
What about you, Caleb? What's
yeah.
I actually have not seen you for an entire work week.
Oh,
So
that
Why?
never
Why not?
happens.
What's been going? Oh, because you've been gone.
I was gone. And you see me running the fake door? I mean,
We were fighting. He wasn't talking to me.
Yeah.
He said I was too needy.
I had to
I
ooga chog on
he needed
myself.
to let me go so I could grow on my own.
Caleb's kind of matching our background behind
Oh,
me.
he
on the
is.
side.
Oh,
Am I
that's a
blending
cute
in?
look.
Black and purple.
I like
I'm like,
that.
Caleb, where are you? I see you.
Am I just like a floating head?
Yes, yes.
Someone told I was the DJ.
That's right. Yeah, you're the DJ. You're the DJ.
What have I
the
been
rapper.
doing? Not a lot. Been watching some movies, some old movies.
Okay.
What did I rewatch the other day? Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh,
Fun movie.
classic.
Absolute
Yeah.
love it.
Loved it.
No question.
I watched, for the very first time, I watched Brazil.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That was
did-
a lot of fun.
that
It
is-
was a
Little
little kick in the
Gilliam.
pants.
Yeah. That's a fun movie.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should maybe do that on here sometime. So.
We could, yeah. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've done it at the Cult Show.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cult Show, the Cult film series, at least once. Maybe just once, but once for sure. So,
Okay.
yeah. I'm looking at our audience. So, which, by the way, we have a new studio audience member today. We have Kenneth here. So, welcome,
Hi,
Kenneth.
Yay! Welcome.
Kenneth, who is also a Cult film series regular. So, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. No, man, your
Our
family's.
family is growing.
I know.
Aw.
And his is probably ending because they're at home going, "Where the hell is Dad?" And he's out here hanging out with us. So
So he was going out to get milk.
that's right. That's his excuse.
I thought I was
hours
watching
later.
this cool horror podcast, but it was just some girl talking about Idaho and singing musical songs, musical theater.
And Neil doing things to himself in the shower.
Yeah,
and-
ooga shocking and
We mentioned that I was in LA this week for a Cinema Technology Association meeting. We talk about what's new and upcoming in the world of cinema and technology. And then I happened to be at yesterday the hotel bar. And it was kind of a little funkier, smaller hotel we ended up on the last night
Okay.
in North Hollywood, called the Garland, by the way, which actually was kind of cool.
Oh,
Named for Beverly Garland. And there was a gentleman there that I started striking up a conversation. I was having like a nightcap for a drink. Irish coffee, if you must know.
I must know.
I know, I figured you'd
Yeah.
it'd come out at some point. Anyway, and he was on his computer and he had his cap on, and and he looked like he was one of those millennial type dudes that was probably
working on a
something.
screenplay.
Exactly.
Like, yeah,
So
exactly.
we struck up a conversation, and his name was Zach, by the way.
Okay.
Anyway, and he actually was a really cool guy. We had good conversations, talked about Hereditary and other things,
okay.
but and then he brought up the fact that he used to live in San Francisco, and that he goes, I actually, when I was doing more acting, I had an acting coach up there, and he's like, you might know him, I think he's from your area, Jeffrey Weissman.
No way!
Oh,
Oh
freaking
my
way,
gosh!
I'm like, holy cow!
Wow.
Like, what are the odds of that? I'm like, Jeffrey was just on our holiday episode like a month ago.
No
So I
way.
got Jeffrey on the phone right away. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, Jeffrey, I'm hanging out here with a guy you might know, Zach Brown. And Jeffrey's like, holy cow, hey, Zach Brown. And so we just had this little three-way conversation for 5 minutes.
Oh
and
my gosh.
he just reminded, like, what a small world. I
Yeah.
mean, this really is. I was just in a random hotel. Usually I don't go to the bar after, I get back, but I just felt like getting a little drink. And
Yeah.
this guy was there. I was talking, and then
Oh my gosh.
he knew Jeffrey Weissman.
Wow.
So
That's
So and then today, which is kind of funny, in the airport. This is what happens when you go to LA, as always. I was at the airport. I'm spitting on myself. I'm acting like Kelly on a play.
We'll call back to
episode,
episode, yeah.
whatever it was. I was sitting in
For
the
fans,
airport,
for the fans.
and there on this side of me was Oscar Nunez, who is the guy who plays Oscar in The Office.
Oh, okay,
Right?
yeah.
So he's over here with his family. And over here was a guy having a heart attack. Like, really seriously. Paramedics, a stretcher, the whole thing.
What?
I'm just kind of like, kind of like, hey.
Not knowing which way to look. Like,
Well, no, it's
cool,
like,
but-
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
this guy, well, I mean, Oscar was really close, but
Yeah.
he was with his wife and daughter. And we got on the same
my
plane.
gosh.
He came here to Oakland, or to Oakland. But anyway, I just kind of thinking, like, only in, LA, I'm sitting here, there's an actor on
Wow.
one side of me and a guy having a heart attack on the other.
my
Or I
gosh.
say a heart attack, it could have been, who knows what. He could have got
Thank
it.
goodness it wasn't on the plane. I always get scared that something
Yeah.
like that is going to happen on the plane.
Right.
Like-
Sitting next to Oscar Nunez, yeah, that would be.
Yeah, terrifying.
freaky.
Like, please
Actually,
no.
he's good. You're cool, Oscar. I just thought I'd bring that up. It was just kind of funny that, again, it's just that L.A.
Yeah.
And so is L.A.
Well, I've never sat next to Oscar Nunez, but I did sit next to Steve Carell.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Segue into one of Kelly's Hollywood stories. Here we go. And actually it didn't take place in Hollywood. It took place up here, so it's even more
Really?
even more fitting. Yeah. So I worked as a stand-in and an extra for the film Beautiful Boy, which came out very
Just recently?
Yes. Yeah. So I stood in for a few different actors. One of them being Maura Tierney, and like news radio.
Yeah.
Like, hello, love her, love her.
So they filmed
But-
that up here, though? And
So they filmed it all around up here.
That's where
San
it took place
Francisco.
up here. I didn't think they
Yeah,
actually filmed it
so
up
they
here.
did. They filmed some of it down in LA, but there's a lot of it that was filmed around here. So there's one scene where I am like one of their family friends. We're like hiking together, and so we had to like walk up and down the same hill for 6 hours. I'm not exaggerating. I mean, by the end of the day, I was just so sore and just like.
Wow.
But that's a typical day on set. Like, movie making is not glamorous one bit. It can be at times, but
Right.
it is very exhausting. And you can be asked to do things like climb up and down a hill for 6 hours. And so Steve Carell is the lead actor in it. And
a producer, right?
probably.
Believe-
I would
think he
think
was.
so, yeah. So one of the scenes where I was standing in for Maura Tierney, we were in a car and Steve Carell's character is driving, Maura Tierney's in the passenger seat, and so I'm sitting there, standing in, sitting in, whatever you want to call it, while they're setting up the shot. And they needed to check lighting with Steve, and so he gets in, and so I'm sitting next to him, and they're very strict when you're on set about not talking to the lead actors. It is a huge deal. They're like, do not engage them in conversation. Don't be starstruck. Do not ask for a selfie. And they're very strict about it. So I needed sunglasses at the time, and all I had on me were these Minnie Mouse ones that I got at Disneyland. Because I'm tiny, I can only wear small glasses, so I had to get the kid-size ones.
Okay.
So I had these polka dot Minnie Mouse sunglasses, and I'm sitting there not talking because we're not supposed to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So Steve gets in and he kind of looks at me. He's like, "Hi," and I'm just like, "Hi." Minnie Mouse sunglasses. So it was really awkward.
No.
And I felt bad because that's not my personality
Right.
to just sit there silently. Normally I'd engage in
Well,
conversation.
you'd rather be like, the CULTSHOW! to
Yeah,
them,
or at least
and press it,
at least be friendly and check in and be like, "Oh, how you doing? Everything okay?" I don't
Right.
Can
Can I get you a water?
Can I get your water? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just help out because you're at work. It's your coworker for the day. But yeah, so oh, Steve, he probably thought I was just some crazy teenage girl.
I don't know.
Or I don't know.
Caleb and I have seen him a couple times in person through
Yeah.
our adventures. And he's... We don't want to say anything bad about people, but let's just say
Ooh, this
he
is
has
getting
not
weird.
been
This
the
is getting uncomfortable.
friendliest of people.
Really?
Yeah, he
Oh.
kind of is where he is. And I'm not talking on the street while eating dinner. I'm talking at an actual studio function where
Oh,
he knows
okay.
why he's there.
It's an
And
industry
yeah, and he's
gathering.
he's
event.
just not wanting to talk to people very much. So
Maybe it was good that I was quiet.
I'm saying
Yeah.
he probably would have been
Yeah.
If you talk to I could see him being that, "Bah!" you know, he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to.
Like, you regret not saying anything, but had you said something, it could have
probably
been
backfired.
like
Yeah.
tears and, you know,
Yeah.
PTSD, and so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was probably for the best that
Yeah.
I was.
And you know, maybe both times he was having a really bad day. We don't know. You know,
Yeah,
kinda
that's
thing.
true. That's true.
I mean, because he's obviously a really talented and funny guy.
Yeah.
When he was on
Absolutely.
The Daily Show, I used to love him and Stephen Colbert together.
Well, and actors, I
But-
mean, like, we get weird when we're performing and when we're, like, doing our process. So each actor has their technique and their
Right.
process. So this story in particular is really heavy. And so I almost wonder if, maybe he was really just, like, trying to stay in that zone the whole time. So,
Oh, very well could be.
Yeah.
for sure. It is a heavier story, no question.
but yeah. But I love improv. I love comedy. And so it's always been a dream of mine to work with people like that. And
Well,
Yeah.
good job. Congratulations.
thank you. So
welcome.
go see Beautiful
So-
Boy or check it out on Amazon.
Yeah, we did. I think it was Netflix or something,
Okay, Netflix.
or whatever it was on.
No, I think it's Amazon Studios. It's like.
Then it would have been Amazon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Netflix. We don't like Netflix. No stinking Netflix.
Yes, we do. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You need to take a theatrical run more often, Netflix, not just when it only suits your needs to get an Academy Award nomination. So, yeah, we're political in this show, damn it.
I'm an actor. Hire me. See, I'm turning into Jeffrey Weissman. What was his thing? He was like,
He was.
send me.
I need work.
I need work. I gotta start doing. I need work.
Actually, when I was talking to Jeffrey yesterday, he said, he goes, I watched it. He's like, that was actually really funny. He's like, I laughed out loud a couple times, which he's like, nothing makes me laugh out loud usually.
Really?
So I was like, oh, great, that's a
Awesome.
compliment.
All right. Cool.
So
cool.
hopefully it wasn't how bad the show was, but so, no, he's actually spoke really highly. He said he was
Very
actually really,
cool.
really impressed.
All right.
So that's cool. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
We love you.
My co-star.
That's right.
My
That's
co-star.
right. Co-star in, what was it, rock and roll?
Flying saucer rock and roll.
Yeah, UFO, whatever. Bull poopitude. So,
Bull poopitude. I like that better. What are we here
what,
for?
what are we watching today? I wonder.
We are watching. I wonder. I dressed for the occasion. We were watching a favorite, Dario Argento's classic 1977 film Suspiria, which got remade in 2018.
Did, which I have not seen yet. So have you?
Me neither. And
No.
I was hoping to watch it before we filmed,
Yeah.
but it's not out at the time of filming. It's not available on streaming yet,
No.
and not in the nearby theaters.
Yeah, it's very
in
soon,
town.
but we kind of
Very, very soon, like in a few days,
We're
probably.
exactly. We're dropping
Yeah.
this in right before.
Yeah, yeah.
And it only came as close as San Francisco, I think, where they released it.
Looking
For
forward to seeing it.
A short
for
run,
sure.
but yeah. So Suspiria, it's exciting because
Suspiria,
it's
yay.
you know, I mean, it's probably Argento's most widely, what do you call it, best known
Well-known,
film,
yeah,
well-known
exactly,
film,
yeah.
I guess, out of all of them. You know, even though I mean, there's a bunch more he's done,
Oh yeah.
of course.
Whole slew.
and we'll
Yeah.
talk. So do you like the Giallo in general, or is it just Argento kind of your guy?
I do, but he is. I lean more towards him because I haven't really like delved into many other Italian directors.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, I saw Suspiria and fell in love with it, and so I was like, I got to see what else this guy has done. So, Deep Red, Phenomena, Opera. Bird with
Inferno.
Crystal Plumage, Inferno. I mean, all those.
Plumage.
Plumage.
I always thought it was just plumage.
Oh, plumage.
But is it plumage?
Oh, I don't
I
know.
like yours better.
I don't know.
From now on, I'm gonna just say it that way. Oh, what's
just-
the girl with the crystal
It
plumage?
just sounds really sassy. So,
Cool. That's I like it better. Yeah, no, he's got he's cool because he started well, I guess his family's in it first of all, you know, but then he did a lot of screenwriting apparently, including what was that Western? How the West Was Won? I don't know if I'm saying the right one or not. But he wrote like a really famous Western,
oh, okay.
spaghetti Western. And then segued eventually into the bird with the crystal plumage as his first directorial film. So even if it's not correct to me, it is the right way to pronounce it. So I'm doing it from now on.
Meritage.
Plumage. So yeah. So the Giallo,
The Giallo.
Giallo, I gotta say it, Giallo type of films. I don't know. Those
You can't do that in this day and age. Like, you can't do the Italian.
I can't stereotype it up.
We can't stereotype anything
Oh,
because we'll get in
man.
trouble and we'll get demonetized before we're pre-monetized.
Before we're pre-monetized. I think whenever you say you gotta go Giallo, I just
I know
it comes out of your mouth that way.
It rolls off the tongue so lovely.
Americans
like
don't
that. Yeah.
say D's and G's that close together, so it's just kind of like Giallo. I mean,
Yeah.
it just does. I can't help it.
Yeah, it sounds lovely.
So, but anyway, that quite, I guess, literally translates to yellow.
Yellow.
That's yellow, and I don't know that whole.
Yeller. Like,
Yeah. Or
see, stereotyping.
we're from the Bronx. Yellow. So, but instead of hello,
We got that. We got-
my tooth hurts.
Oh no! Oh no!
You know what sucks when you get old? It's like all of a sudden your tooth hurts, you know, and I have a growth in my armpit. I had that
What?
checked out.
What?
And some guy stuck his finger in my butt. It's just like, you know, getting old sucks. Although I will take the finger butt than I would over this thing.
Really? It's that bad?
It hurts.
Oh.
It's like half my face is like
The
searing.
finger butt? Is that like a thing now? Like, hey doc, I'm here for the finger butt.
I don't know. I went in to get this looked at, and somehow he ended up down there. That's all I know. I don't know why.
Finger.
I'm just, I don't know, questioning your wording, I guess.
Oh, sorry.
The finger butt.
I'll probably get sued by
Can we do
Finger
that
Hut
finger
now.
butt thing again?
Ooga Chaco, ooga Chaco.
Ooh, it's going like sideways. Yeah. A full like 360.
Have you ever had a prostate exam? No.
They exam when you're a woman. They,
No, you don't have a
they fi-
prostate.
No, but they finger butt you.
See? It's a thing now.
It is a thing. It is a thing.
They finger butt you?
And they always like apologize before they're about to do it. Like, I'm sorry, I have to.
You talking about your husband or are you talking about a doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor. Dr. Brent.
Just Paige and Dr. Brent.
When we play doctor.
Your finger is needed, apparently.
When we play Brown's Anatomy. Yeah. But no. You just got it.
No, I got it. I got it. That's a good one, huh?
Good thing it's not Jello.
I know.
Right, I know. Well, when he does it, you go, yellow. Or is that
My
only a
goodness.
Bronx thing?
I don't know.
When
That's
we're
a
in the
good
Bronx.
Woo-wee. So,
But yeah, we get checked too.
okay, there you go.
Does your dog, is he like gentle about it, or does he like, is there no warning and he just like gets it over with?
No, yeah, they almost like they're gonna go, okay, on the count of 3, 1. Like they don't want you to know. It's just like, yeah, they
Like
they
getting a
fake you out.
shot or something, yeah.
Yeah, kinda, like
1,
when you were a
2,
kid.
3, and it's like, oh, it's,
Yeah.
I didn't even feel it, yeah.
Really?
No,
You
you
don't have like the little stuffed animals like, hey Neil, look at the
Yeah,
but I'm just happy.
I'm gonna get a candy bar. Gonna get a candy bar. So, yes. Oh man, that's anyway.
Yeah.
Toothache.
I need the work.
That's right.
Now, let's get this bitch trending.
Hashtag finger butt.
Finger. I gotta figure what that means. So Giallo.
You know, the
Giallo.
Atari logo kind of looks like a finger going into
Wow.
it's like 2 butt cheeks and like a finger.
Look right here and judge for yourself. Atari symbol.
I love it. I love Atari.
Especially that game.
I'm improvising. I'm adding on to the humor.
Ugh.
I am not trashing the Atari logo.
No, she
whatsoever.
loves Atari.
I love video games.
Okay, so back to the Giallo,
Giallo.
if I may.
You may
Giallo.
steer this.
So this is, as I understand it, that name, the way it got associated with this type of film, and correct me if I am incorrect, is that it came from, yes, it came from the Italian, we have what's called the pulp comics here,
Yeah,
right?
it's the
And then-
Italian
and then you have the Penny
pulp.
Dreadfuls like in Europe or in like England or whatever it was, and then they had their yellow mystery violent type things, and they were always yellow for whatever reason. So Giallo.
It was all yellow.
It was all yellow.
It was all jello.
Came somehow got associated with that,
Yes.
as I understand it, and then that became then the movie. We call it a genre, I guess. Is it really a genre? Maybe it's more of a subgenre.
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 Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That came associated with that style, which was always kind of the, I guess, mystery thrillers, the gloved man in the trench coat with the hat. You know, you can never tell who was doing what kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I guess maybe it segued a little more with the kind of the violent part when you got Argento and because Mario Bava,
Mm-hmm.
his were not as insanely violent, at that point. Then Argento, of course, came.
And a
into
lot
it.
of people argue, like, is a film like Suspiria, is that really Giallo? Because a lot of people think it's, a little bit, it's more artsy, and so there is some debate as to whether you can consider it Giallo or not.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you got. Is there a mystery? I guess there's kind of a mystery of what's happening. Kind of. You're kind of just waiting the whole movie to find out like what's really going on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
It's
mean?
that kind of
Kind of deal. Like,
suspense,
why did that dog decide to eat his, his owner's throat, or, who? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
So we won't
We'll
talk
get
about the
to
movie
that.
yet.
We'll get to
We have to watch the movie
Yeah.
before we can talk about it, of course, because that's what we do. But yeah, but there's. I mean, also there was Lucio Fulci,
Fulci, yeah.
who is it Fulci? Fulci?
I
you
say
know?
Plumage, Fulci,
All right.
Fulci. I say Fulci.
Fulci. Either way,
Yes.
but
could you call that zombie Giallo?
yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He came
Yeah.
onto it with.
That's a subgenre there.
Yeah, he kicked it up a notch with
Yes,
his
he did.
zombie and I'm forgetting them all now. The City of the Living Dead and House by the Cemetery. Those were like you want to see. I mean, talk about and then you get into your really super gory,
some good
nutso
gore, yeah.
Italian stuff. I mean, the Night of the Living, not Living Dead, Night of the what is it again? City of the Living Dead. I can't remember. I think it was.
Yeah.
That one's you probably never saw that one then or no?
Just the zombie ones.
It's got
I
some
think,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, it's all about it's all about the
Yeah.
gates of hell and the things coming up
Oh,
from
okay.
it and everything. But I mean, there's some hardcore scenes of there's a woman like barfs up her own innards at one point.
Oh, well, I'm not
and,
watching that then.
I mean, it's nuts. There was who else is? I mean, then you get into even like the Cannibal Holocaust and those the cannibal
I was
films.
wondering, yeah, like
the
would you
cannibal
consider
film.
that?
Probably
Yeah.
not. I probably wouldn't consider
Okay.
them Giallo because
No,
they don't.
because
have
it's not
the-
pulpy.
Exactly.
It doesn't. Yeah.
They just get gross. So that's all. But
Just like this show.
Cannibal Ferox and all those ones that get really that are just overly top violent. But you Italians, you're crazy. But I mean that with all respect. So my wife is part Italian, so I can do that. Does
So it's
that
okay,
count?
Yeah.
Anyway,
My maiden name's Italian.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Are you allowed to say that name anymore? Or I don't know if it.
Devoto.
All right, there you go. I don't know if you're
What
disowned
about the
or.
photo? What?
No.
What?
People always used to ask, was I related to Danny DeVito?
Really?
No, I'm not.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not even the same
Not
name.
the same name
At
yeah.
all, no.
Wow. Americans.
I guess they have one letter difference, but yeah.
All right. So, yeah, the Giallo is, well, who knows? That's for debate, I guess, exactly what it is. But
What you would consider Suspiria.
yeah, but I think Suspiria would fit into it because of just the mystery and the the thriller portion of it,
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just my opinion. So
There's just something about it that like takes it up a notch for me, that sets it apart from the other ones.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
So
But
you
we
might
can
think
get into that. We can
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to grab
Watch
it,
a movie.
pop it in, see what happens? Can you reach? You're getting better.
Yes. Ooh, good cover.
Power.
Suspiria.
Suspiria on
Yes.
VHS.
Look at that.
That was a real cinema treasure. Do you know? Try to remember if this movie made it onto the video nasty list.
You're reading my mind, you freakazoid. I was just looking at this. And I was thinking we should do a Video Nasties episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Freakazoid that's a pet name.
Is
That's
it?
a compliment.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I like that.
Thought you
Yeah.
were about to get finger butt.
A little freakazoid finger butt up in here.
Dang. I thought you should have whacked me for like. Don't you dare call that a video nasty. I just don't remember if it was or wasn't though. This one, because there were 72 titles that were.
Wouldn't think it would.
But there were.
I mean,
but Evil Dead was on that list, which really, the Funhouse.
Maniac?
Which is not even.
Why
I
is
don't know
there-
if Maniac was. I'm
No,
not sure.
what's that one I'm
It should have
thinking
been. But
There's one like
I mean,
that
it's
that
I
I'm
love
thinking
Maniac.
of.
It's Bill Lustig's film.
Yeah,
I love
it's
Bill
like,
Lustig.
Yeah, it's our boy.
I need the word. So I mean, but it's rewound.
Yay.
I can get it in the slot. Okay, so Suspiria. When we come back,
Yes.
we shall dish.
Experience your favorite horror, comedy, and science fiction films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the big screen with the Cult Film Series at Roxy 14. Double features Thursdays at 7 p.m. Visit us on Facebook for more information.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Cult Show. We're still here, freshly Suspiria-ized.
We've been Suspiria-ized.
Suspiria-ized. We've been Giallo'd.
Yeah, you just got Giallo'd. Oh.
So, what do you think? You still love it?
I gotta say, it's been a while since I've watched it.
Okay.
And I forgot how much I love this movie.
Cool.
And
That's always
watching it
fun.
again just resealed that opinion in my head of how much I love it. The Blu-ray is gorgeous.
Yeah, they did a
Let's
good
just
job.
start off by saying how amazing this transfer
There was a
is.
4K transfer they did.
4K transfer.
Yeah.
I don't even have a 4K TV.
Oh wait, we watched
But-
we watched the
That's
the VHS. No.
Yes, we did.
And then we
Yeah.
watched it on Blu-ray just to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't have a 4K TV, but it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what 4K looks like.
Yeah, for
So.
sure, no question.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
it looked and sounded. I'd only ever seen it, quite honestly, on VHS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and it was like how many years ago now it was?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a couple kids ago. So and then watching it on again the Blu-ray as well, I saw so much more that I had not seen
Yeah.
before,
I
and
think-
heard so much more I probably had never heard before.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw it was at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, one of the cemetery screenings.
Oh, cool.
And it's a little bit of a party atmosphere. You know, you got blankets and chairs, and people are drinking and eating, and so you might not catch all the little details.
Mm.
But so I've only seen it on DVD and then at the cemetery. So this was a treat. This
Cool.
was a total treat for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, super excited.
All right. So, yeah, we decided in order to keep ourselves on track when we're talking about movies now that we're going to institute kind of a new little, what do you call it, a checklist of sorts, maybe?
Yes,
rating system,
A rating system,
right?
Yeah.
So we're going to basically
Well,
have...
structure in our lives.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead
So-
tell everyone what it is.
So we've got the good, the bad, and the rad. So each one of us is going to have the goods, what things we liked about the film, the bad, things we didn't care for so much,
Yep.
and the rad, the absolute standout, most favorite thing of this film.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we hope that'll be a little more, keep us moving and,
Yes.
and also might be
Maybe
hopefully
keep
be
your
fun.
attention.
That's right.
What's that rad gonna be?
That's right.
We'll see.
We gotta dangle that carrot.
Yes.
Right?
And if you have a good, bad, or rad, let us know in the comments.
That are below.
That are below. They're not up there. These YouTubers, they know how to do it. They know it. The kids know what to do.
They know what they're doing? Okay,
They
good.
know what they're doing. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Do you want to start, or what do you want? What do you think?
Gosh, I don't know.
Is it too much? Are you like bubbling over because you've been waiting to do this
Because
film?
I'm just so dang. I even took notes. Like I did homework, which I never do. I mean, this is just crazy, people. It says Blu-ray, gorgeous.
Perfect plumage.
The plumage was flawless. It was like even the menu screen looks pretty. Like it just, it just looks so good. The good. I feel like we're gonna agree on a lot of the good.
Okay.
The stylized gore.
Okay. Yeah.
The gore. Let's
Gore is good.
Let's elaborate.
Let's elaborate.
Gore good. Yes. Next. No. The blood is just that bright
That
red.
really bright 70s
the kids,
red
what
blood.
the kids these days might call Tarantino red. It's that like almost orangey red.
Yeah.
It's like this kind of red. It's so bright and not really what blood looks like, but it looks so cool on screen.
Yeah.
He has just this stylish way of doing gore that's just so cool.
Yeah.
And the carnage looks beautiful in its own sickening way.
It does. There's no question.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, when you talk about that, I mean, the opening, I call it the opening kill scene, but the first kill scene that you really see with the
hanging.
the girl who leaves, runs out of the dance place. You know, we didn't
We didn't even talk about
I was
like,
about to
what
say,
the
should we
heck
even
this
talk
movie's
about it?
about?
Yeah, we're gonna be sort of yakking and no one's even gonna know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So.
So Susie Banyan is a young ballerina, aspiring ballerina, who
Right.
was accepted into a prestigious dance school in Germany. And
Yep.
so she heads over there. It's a boarding school type of place where the girls reside. And so she heads over there to take up her dance training, and strangeness ensues.
It does.
Yeah.
She makes some friends. One particular friend, Sarah, right, in general, who seems to think there's something strange is afoot at the old dance
Right,
academy.
There's whispers and gossip.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and then nefarious things happen.
Something witchy this way comes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so the dance academy, things happen to girls. They die. Their piano player dies by dog.
Death by dog.
Death by dog.
Yes.
So, but someone puts a spell on a dog, you kind of assume, right? Maybe? Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah,
I didn't
some
think it
kind
was
of
because he didn't get his blue buffalo for the day or something. But, spoiler!
Spoiler.
Spoiler, our,
They're 1, 2, 3
Witches!
Yeah.
so, that's right. Surprise!
Yes. Surprise!
Yeah, so Susie, right? Yes.
Yes,
She
yes,
discovers all the evil that happens behind there, and even finally at the end finds the supreme witch.
The Supreme Witch.
The invisible
yes.
supreme witch.
Yeah.
So it's
And it all goes down. From
That's right.
there. Big
All goes to crap from there.
Climactic ending.
kind of like a little Raiders of the Lost Ark. Take the tiki head off the thing, and it all
Except
falls
this
apart.
time you just like turn a blue iris and
Right.
I don't know. Tiki
So,
head iris.
Tiki head, maybe, yeah.
And one thing we got to hit on this right away because it's something that stands out to everyone is the music.
Yep.
The music.
The old goblin.
Yeah, ye old goblin. The music is all done by this band called Goblin, who still plays shows to this day.
Yep.
I think like two of the original guys are in it.
Yeah.
Um,
They were just out in San Francisco, what, a month ago, maybe?
Yes, yeah. My friend went and saw them,
Yeah.
and so they play the music to Suspiria. And let me tell you, if you don't have this song memorized by the time you finish watching the film, I don't know what's wrong with you, but it sticks with you.
It does.
In the best way.
And it's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's
It is one of those iconic horror songs, score songs, not unlike Halloween, the Halloween theme, good old Exorcist. What's our favorite song?
Tubular Bells. That's right.
Woo! Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's like, it's funny you say Halloween because it's kind of simplistic.
It's one of those simple songs
But it's just
that works
very
so
effective.
well. Yep.
So
exactly.
we were trying to harmonize together to do this song, but
Are
I
you
don't know if
ready?
we can.
Are you doing like? Okay.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Although I
That
don't
is
like.
progressive rock.
I gotta
say.
I gotta sound more like a glockenspiel. It's more like ding ding.
Yeah, it's
ding,
hard to do.
Ding ding ding. Yeah. Okay.
It's true.
Okay.
I don't know how my Holland was, but
So, but the music, we love
Could've
it.
used more glockenspiel,
Yeah. Always. I need more glockenspiel. But
Dunk,
I love.
dunk, dunk.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Halloween theme. That when you hear that song, you know it's about to go down.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's that signaling music.
Yep.
I mean, I wish every time something bad happened to me, someone just like went ape on a harpsichord and glockenspiel and
And you knew what was
quiet
happening.
screaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, better run.
Uh-oh. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
customer's coming, better run.
So, give me the work. Retail.
We might owe Jeffrey some
It's evil.
royalties when this one's over.
Yeah. We just might. So, like, I'm going back to my notes here.
Back to the notes.
Back to the notes.
What else? You want someone else to talk about good, or
it's-
you keep going?
Oh,
Okay. No,
I mean,
keep going.
Well, no,
Sorry.
I need. Let's give me a break.
I
'cause
wanted
been-
to give you a chance to look more. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. You go ahead.
Okay. Me.
Goods.
My turn.
Goods. Give us the
The
goods.
goods. What did I like about the goods? So the good, for me,
Yeah. What's your good?
I think again, we started talking about it, but then we segued into the plot first. Was the effects, the practical effects, which of
Yeah.
course we all know we are big fans here of practical effects.
Yes, we are. Always
But
been
again,
fun.
that opening kill scene with a student who flees the school. I mean, that obviously that sets a tone for the entire movie
Mm-hmm.
because once that happens, and it's a pretty brutal scene.
It's almost like a prologue in a way.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But it's done very well. It's again, it's everything about the movie is stylized, but that scene is just very orchestrated beautifully. You know what I mean?
Lots of broken glass in this film.
Yes,
You
and
notice
I think you say that. I think you can almost say Dario Argento. He has these Italian directors. It seems like they kind of have their signature thing.
Yes,
and I think glass, you could say, could possibly be Dario Argento, because Deep Red for sure had its glass moments.
Oh,
you know, and then I mean, even like Lucio Fulci. I mean, he liked to poke your eyes.
He likes eyes. Yeah, he's an eye guy.
He's an eye guy.
He's into that.
Yeah, and then even Mario, I think you could say probably a throat cutting kind of guy.
There you go. Yeah.
They all had their thing, but
yeah, exactly.
The opening kill in Suspiria is, it's a stabbing, but then it culminates,
it turns
if you will,
into so much more.
with an actual shot of the beating heart of the girl and the dagger piercing her heart.
Yes.
Which is, I remember the first time I saw it, I was just like, whoa, that's brutal, man. It's like, we get what's going on. You don't got to show her a heart and stabbing it, but,
Which, so then culminates in the hanging.
Yeah, so not just the hanging, but she's on top of the beautiful colored stained glass.
Yes, yeah.
And then it's like she pops, the killer has her and pushes her head through, I guess, first, right? And then she eventually, the cord drops the cord, and then she falls through, but it's so beautifully done. I mean, it really is. Looks very. I mean, you talk 1977 movie, and again, practical effects.
Right.
So
yeah, he likes his broken glass. He likes his close-ups, his random zooms, zooming in on things. A lot of POV stuff. That's something I've always liked about his work. Whether it's the POV drinking, out of the wine glass.
Oh yes.
Or
the light bulb.
Light bulb. What was the
in
light bulb?
in her room, when at one point the camera pans up to the bulb in her room.
Okay.
And then I think they turn it off, or it turns on, or something happens. But it's, I mean, like, the bulb is the focus of the shot.
Or like the faucet, or the sink.
Right.
The drain is what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
So yeah, he loves those random zooms.
Any good for you, Caleb? I mean, special effects, practical effects.
Yeah, any good? Is there? Any good
all the
for you?
practical. I mean, the nice close up of the throat slit.
The slit,
was kind of, just thinking like, was that like a pig neck or something,
right.
or
Yeah, what was it? Yeah.
But it was still just very cool and covers the entire screen. There's like no looking away, there's no getting away from it. It's right there.
Right.
So which is kind of cool.
And it's good because, I mean, the friend is in that room of, I guess, razor wire or barbed wire, whatever it is,
Which,
for a long time.
let me just say here, if you fall into a pit of razor wire, don't flail.
That's true.
Just don't.
That's a good point.
Just hold still, scream, wait for someone to come help, but none of this.
But
none of this.
I don't know. You'd think you would put like a warning on your room full of razor wire, like don't fall through the window.
Yeah.
Or
Right. Yeah.
And how much razor wire does one need in a ballet school?
Right?
Maybe I should save that for a bad, but
Yeah. So yeah, hold that for the bad.
Yeah, you never know. But those are very helpful hints. Thank you. See, we do good here in this show also.
We're looking out for you guys.
The more you know.
Yep, that's right.
So, but yeah, but the whole thing, she's
Can you get that logo? And
we can try.
Yeah.
We're trying right here. But when you're in that, I mean, she's in that room for a long time.
She is.
Flailing about.
Yeah.
And she gets up and she falls down.
Right.
And gets up and she falls down, kind of thing. And then it's like all of a sudden it's just cut. You're like, hey, you're trying to, like,
Jello!
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just Jello'd my pants. So, anyway.
My favorite band is Giallo'd. Anyway.
We all live in a Giallo submarine.
A Giallo submarine.
See how that works?
It works really well.
We can do this all night.
They call me Mellow Jello.
Nice one. Shit, now it's my turn. I got
You're up. Okay.
Jello.
Oh,
Is it me
nice.
you're looking for?
Oh, man.
I thought you were doing Adele. Jello. It's me.
Any other good?
So much good.
No, there's so much good.
I'm not,
How much is good? How much
guys,
is
you
rad,
have to,
though? That's the problem.
Well, I've got a big rad, but I'm
Okay.
saving that. for later. Just the fact that it's a dance movie. I'm a fan of dance and ballet, and I love seeing ballet and horror put together. I think it works really well, like Black Swan.
Most ballet is pretty horrific.
I mean, it is kind of a barbaric type of thing. I mean, have you ever seen what point shoes are actually like when they stand on their toes? I mean, it's a wooden shoe, and the girls have to like pad their toes.
Yeah.
But even so, I mean, they like a ballerina's foot is not a pretty thing. Like it's all like
I can imagine.
bloody
Yeah.
and like
mangled, and
it's
toenails are probably
totally
all missing.
mangled. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not pretty whatsoever. So I feel like it kind of works to be in a horror film.
Okay.
Another note that I had: no bats were harmed in the making of this film. So,
Okay.
but that's just more about practical effects.
Can we
so.
talk bad for a second?
You know what? Let's get some bad. I've been gushing love all over this thing.
Okay, here's the
let's get
bad.
Let's
here's,
get bad.
Here's the bad. You mentioned the bats, so
Okay.
here's one of my things, and this goes. This has a lot to do maybe with Italian directors in general, but what with all the friggin' maggots? Like, why do they keep using maggots in their movies? Because I don't know what it is.
Maggots.
Maggots. No.
Literally,
I don't
my
know
notes
what it is
say
about
maggots.
but
no.
I can watch almost anything. Like, I mean, you know, whatever it is, you can show me practically, I will watch it. But when you put
Yeah.
a maggot into it, like Phenomena and all these other ones they keep doing, like, what's with the maggots? I get it.
And I was totally thinking about with Creepshow when we were going on about the cockroaches.
Right.
When I saw the maggots, I was like, no, like not another insect infestation that we have to
But
deal
maggots
with.
are gross.
They are.
I
They
mean,
are.
they're like just, ugh. So,
Yeah.
and then you,
They are, and they were all over the
And they
place.
were
everywhere.
And they were like,
This
you
isn't
know,
CGI,
like,
like,
why
this
you would
is-
keep a thing of food up in the attic or whatever to rot, and then maggots.
Well, it was there for
you know,
storage.
but-
it wasn't supposed to be rotten though. That's the thing. So,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
But I think just like find it, you know, she's brushing her
Yeah.
hair when she finds
Oh.
the first one. That's just gross.
But
Like,
then-
I
and then
mean,
the close-up, of
I would
course, of
freak
it.
out and
Yeah.
scream in a very high pitch if I, you know, looked at my brush and saw, you know, 3 maggots.
oh yeah, no, there's no
You know,
question.
crawling through
Yeah,
it.
I would be, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, but the whole floor, of course, is everyone running
Right.
out covered in maggots, and all the close-ups of maggots, and
Yeah.
so
So I don't know if that's.
So
I
the
don't know
wide
if
shot,
that's
it
like,
was rice. There were people up dropping rice down. That's what the wide shot was. If that makes it any
practical
better.
effects.
Are you sure about that?
Well, the
looked
interweb,
pretty
the
maggoty
interweb
to
said
me.
so it must be true.
I don't know.
But
I could see them having just buckets of maggots because those Italian directors are nuts.
But now, does that count as a bad, or is that just something that
No,
we
it's-
are grossed out by? So
Yeah,
therefore
so
we don't like
it's
it.
good because it grosses us out.
Yes.
You're right, but I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
It
I'm
was
saying it's a bad.
effective, but we don't necessarily love it.
I just don't like looking at maggots.
I don't either. I don't either.
You know, that's what it comes down to. So, anyway, that's as far as bad
other
goes.
bad? How do you feel about the dubbing?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting
Like-
you bring that up because a lot of the Italians did that
Yes.
for the films, and it wasn't like even like so much they just dubbed a voice of someone who didn't speak English. They dubbed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they wiped out the entire soundtrack, everything, the Foley work, everything, and redid it all, kind of thing,
Yes.
you know, whatever. And it's like that obviously kind of I think tends to make it seem like it's bad acting because of when you're
Mm-hmm. Right,
trying to.
because it doesn't quite match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you redub, and I think you lose some interpretation and some actual skill of the acting
Yeah,
that
so
you're doing.
it can come across a little
Yeah.
jarring, a little like, ugh.
So I guess in that regard, it didn't. For this film, it didn't bother me. Quite. I mean, you know, honestly, there are some that are way worse than others.
And so what I've heard is that it's because the actors had thick accents. Is that true? And so they were
I
hard
think
to
a
understand.
lot of them didn't even speak English.
They were hard to understand.
Or some of
Yeah.
them didn't even speak
But you
English.
can tell
you
they're
know,
mouthing. I mean, they're speaking the English lines.
Or some are not. I think some are even just speaking Italian. I
Yeah.
think even.
Yeah.
The
Apparently,
police.
there were
I think
like
some of the
many
police.
different languages spoken on the set. There's, you know, English,
Yeah.
Italian, German, I
Yeah.
think.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the police officer, like, at least one of them, I remember, was completely not English. You know that he was doing, but they go back and redub the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's pretty common
Yeah.
for those films. From what I've seen and what I was kind of looking at.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's obviously it helps them because then they can sell it more to other countries
yeah,
when they're selling their
exactly.
film.
Exactly. The rad
Take it away.
people. The set of this film is stunning. The walls look like they're draped in blue velvet. There's red everywhere. The windows are slanty, and they look like German expressionism. It looks like you're in Caligari's house. If Dr. Caligari lived at the Moulin Rouge. I don't know what that means,
I like
but
that.
it
I like
sounds
that
really cool.
reference. I like that you're
sounds
using
cool to
German
me.
expressionism with
French,
yeah,
Joie
de vivre.
Toulouse-Lautrec, yeah, exactly.
with the plumage.
With the plumage, yeah, the Moulin Rouge.
So
It just looks beautiful.
set design. I would
It's
agree
the
with you.
set design, the colors, yeah.
That'd be my rad also.
Awesome.
Yes, I very much
Totally
like that.
rad.
There you
All
go,
right.
baby. I like the colors and the the use of everything. It's very pronounced and deliberate. But the way that it's in that, I appreciate that.
But not
for-
too like heavy-handed or like pretentious. It does, it doesn't come across as like art snob or anything to me.
No, definitely. It comes
Yeah.
across. It's stylized, but that is what
Yeah.
is so cool about it. That it's just those primary colors, and again, the big glass ceiling that she falls through in the beginning.
Everything is so. I
all
mean,
the
the
colors.
printed wallpaper and the lilies, and even just like
Yeah.
the lily that she has to turn. Like it's such a random kind of thing. It's not just like, oh, there's like a doorknob or like a key. You know,
Right.
it's just very intricate and detailed. And I kind of was like laughing when she was turning it. I was like, put the iris back, like a little young Frankenstein. I don't
Right.
know. I was just imagining Gene Wilder, like
On
in
set.
Suspiria. Yeah. Yeah.
Roll the razor wire.
Come see Young Frankenstein this summer at the Raven Theater in Healdsburg. Da-da-da.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. That's right.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I'm excited to do it.
I know. That'd be awesome.
Like listening to you guys talking, I feel like we watch two different movies, and that's just
Interesting.
it just boils down to personal taste. You know, there's
I think you
nothing-
should watch more
maybe
Italian, and not just. I mean, Argento is going to be the easiest for you to watch, I think, because the
Okay.
Fulcis are pretty freaking brutal.
Okay.
And if you don't like wood splinters going into your eye, and weird zombies, and sons biting off their mom's boobs, you might want to skip those.
You had me at
But if you do
Boob
do
biting,
those, but
finger biting and boob biter.
but I think between like the Infernos, I mean, Deep Red is Deep Red's a classic.
Profondo Rosso. If
Exactly.
you really want to get into
Classic. Phenomena would probably be the
Phenomena.
easiest one, I think.
it. Da-da-da. Phenomena.
So-
Dun, 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 dun.
Which was actually in the 80s. It was released here, heavily cut, called Creepers.
Yeah.
When it was released in the 80s on
with
VHS.
the lovely
That's right.
Jennifer Connelly,
Jennifer Connelly when she
who
was-
looks a lot like Jessica Harper, right?
That's a
Right?
good point. Oh, ooh. Does he have a
Right.
type?
He
Interesting.
might.
Interesting.
I think they look a lot
But-
alike.
Anyway, but maybe Phenomena would be an easy one to start with. But I'm saying if you have
Yeah.
other things to compare it to, and maybe
Right.
see a
maybe,
style develop.
maybe. I'm just
But that's all.
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah. So that's Suspiria.
Yes.
I think Kelly clearly recommends. I would definitely recommend as well. Caleb, I think, would tell you don't
When
or
you've
don't
got
do or
nothing
don't.
else to do.
You have nothing else to do. Nice.
Check this movie out.
There you go. And again, the Blu-ray was pretty. I
Beautiful.
wish we behind you on that table is the Blu-ray.
You know, that's what I was wondering. Do we actually have it
yeah,
here?
if you could throw it at
Give us a little
Kelly's head
toss.
real quick, really hard.
Ninja Star it.
Frisbee.
Thank you, husband.
Thanks, Abby.
Synapse did this one.
Let's show it to the.
Yeah, did you?
to
I'm
the-
giving it to you to.
to
you
Vanna.
loved it so much. So Synapse did that one, and that is the 4K, and it has a special features disc also.
Ooh.
And if you the cover comes out, does the flip with the your shirt,
Oh, no way.
so you can take out you have to do the inside. That part.
Oh, I see.
So it has Kelly's shirt.
There we go. I've always thought this would be a fun tattoo. I'm sure a million people have it, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't care because it would be cool.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention Udo Kier.
Oh, I guess
Right.
that's a good point. He had hair.
And that's from my girl Wanda over there.
Wanda.
Yes.
You're an Udo fan?
I am.
Okay. Well, yeah. Talk about Udo real quick then. I mean, he's kind of quick in it. I mean, he kind of comes
Yeah,
and goes
small part. He
pretty
plays,
fast, but
plays a psychiatrist who talks to Susie about witchery and the occult, as he pronounces
Right.
it.
The occult.
The occult.
I think you drink that when you need to have your probiotics. You drink the occult. First, she goes to him first to see, hey, you're friends with Sarah, and she's not here anymore because Susie doesn't know that Sarah, in the middle. So, but so.
Is she juggling? Is this a what t-shirt contest?
She went to the she joined the circus.
What's going on
She needed
here?
the work. she's juggling the balls.
I want a T-shirt with Jeffrey Weiss's face on
know,
it.
right?
That says, I need the work.
Oh, we gotta do that.
Crispin 2.0 on the
That's
back.
our first merch.
Yeah.
Crispin 2.0. Merch.
So Udo Kier,
Yes.
in his mint chocolate chip 70s suit,
Yeah.
that's what I call it, because he's got like the pistachio green and the brown. Yeah.
You know, it's funny when you were watching that scene. The only thing I kept thinking was how freaking windy it was, because their hair.
Oh my
was
God, the hair! I know. I was like, oh,
know?
poor girl, and she's like trying to give these serious lines, and she's like, but doctor, blah blah blah.
And he's got like the going on at one point, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yet, but there's no wind picked up because it's all dubbed, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just like perfect.
Which brings me to the greatest lesson. If there is a lesson to be learned from Suspiria, it is spoken by the elder doctor, the
Yep.
other gentleman. I'm sorry, I don't know the actor's name. I believe it was his character who said that magic is everywhere. Aww.
He did. That's right. You're right.
So that is, I think, the big lesson we can take from this film is that magic is everywhere.
And
And
when you fall into a room full of razor wire,
Relax.
don't do this.
relax,
Juggle.
don't fail, or you're gonna get impaled. Relax. No, this isn't. This
Is it another dance break?
No. There's no impaling in this film.
Well, actually, in the beginning, the friend.
She gets the double neck and
Oh.
stomach.
Remember that glass falls down? She gets the structure, and she gets
okay.
the glass.
Yeah, so I guess that is kind of impaling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of impaling as like
Oh, Cannibal Holocaust?
yeah.
Okay. That is a good
like
impaling.
in
yeah.
one end and out the other. kinda,
Right.
like
Right.
Yeah.
Like my Saturday night, yeah. So- I guess we're gonna wrap it up for now and thank Kelly, and
Yes.
thank Caleb, and thank Wanda, the wonderful Wanda.
Yes, and our studio audience, our special guest today.
That's right.
All right, thank
Thanks,
you guys.
everyone.
Thank you for your
Brent,
patience.
Michael,
Thank you
Kenneth.
for putting up with us. So I'm Kelly Hittman, fearful and cheerful. We got Neil Perlmutter.
I'm wearing a base coat on my face.
Powdered and
Pretty.
pretty. Yes, exactly. And we got Caleb.
I get nothing.
You,
I'm the DJ.
the DJ. That's right.
There you
Yeah. Yeah.
So and don't forget the Cult Film Series, where we actually talk and show films in person in Santa Rosa, California. Those are happening every other Thursday, which is kind of what spawned this show to begin with. Yes. So come to Santa Rosa. You can see us live. Ooh. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. We're on Instagram, CULTSHOW Rocks.
Oh, no, wait. We got to do an 80s freeze, by the way.
Oh.
So just do a-
Da-da. Little Giallo in the cup.
Yeah, Giallo in the cup.
Two girls, one Giallo. I don't know. Okay.